Hello everyone, welcome back. This will be a tutorial on how to get sub 1 on 3x3. So obviously first you have to learn how to solve this. If you haven't done that already, then you can check out my tutorial. I will link it in the description. But first, tip number 1 is to do a lot of solves. Doing a lot of solves each day makes sure that you solidify your memory and your muscle memory of how to solve a cube, and also to make sure that you do not forget any of the steps as well. For this level, I will recommend around 5 solves a day. Secondly, I would recommend you use proper finger tricks. And this is just a word to describe your turning. So finger tricks are the key to turning well. If you're turning like this, then chances are you're probably solving at like 2 or 3 minutes, and finger tricks can help you get that to maybe 120 at this level for right now, and eventually they can get you to sub 10 and even a professional level as well. So I'll teach you the beginner finger tricks for now. So first, with R moves, which is the right side, you're gonna want to turn it like this or like this, instead of like probably maybe doing this, or I don't know, but you're gonna want to turn it like this or maybe like this. For U moves, use your pointer finger like this and turn the upper layer like this, and maybe if you want to turn it the other way, turn it like this. For front moves, hold your hand like this and turn the front face like this. For left moves, you're gonna want to do basically the same concept for right moves, this, and those are probably all the types of moves that you're gonna use for now. When you're turning, I recommend trying to connect your turns as fluidly as you can. So instead of like just, I don't know, like turning one turn at a time, try to turn like this. So instead of doing this, try to do more like that and connect your turns. So my fourth tip is hardware, which is basically just a cube that you use. Right now, you're probably using something that will probably look something like this. It's a Rubik's brand, and these turn really badly. Granted, this one is 7 or 8 years old, but yours probably doesn't turn much better than this either. So I recommend you get yourself a beginning speed cube. This can be the RS3M 2020, the RS3M 2021, or the Super RS3M 2022. In addition, you may have this GAN cube, GAN 356M, that looks like this with these magnets inside. It's pretty common on Amazon. You might have this one. I recommend all these cubes because they're fairly cheap. This one's $9 and this one's $10. This GAN cube is like $20. I don't recommend this one a lot for beginners because it is a little expensive. But if you already have this one, then you shouldn't bother buying these, unless you just want another cube. But I recommend these 3 as beginner cubes. So my fourth tip is to track your times. Right now, you're probably just using the stopwatch app on your phone, and this is okay for maybe a 2-minute solver. But if you're averaging maybe like 115 or 120, I would recommend you go to the website cstimer.net. It is a highly respected cube timer / statistic / trainer, and it can help you track what times you're getting and see how you're improving. This is what the default CS timer will look like. Mine looks like this. This is the desktop app, and I also changed the UI. This as well is CS Timer Plus, which is just a different version of CS Timer, but this is what yours should look like. When you load in, there's going to be a bunch of ads. So you can just click this gear at the top right here. Click it and go to this global tab. It should already be on there. And the first check right here is advertisements. You can just uncheck it and reload the page, and all the advertisements should be gone. So you might notice up here there's a bunch of letters and stuff. This is called cube notation. Right now you don't need to know this, but I will have a video out on how to read cube notation and how to scramble a cube using cube notation. So if you want to learn that, you can go ahead and watch that. However, you do not need to know this at this stage. And to scramble your cube, you can just do any random scramble that you want. So here, this is the place where all your times will show up. For example, in my session, all these times here are the ones that I've been timing. So your times will show up here, and eventually once you have enough times, you're gonna see numbers for this AO5 and AO12. Right now, you shouldn't worry about this. You just worry about this mean right here. It's DNF right now because I don't have any solves in here. But mean is just what you average. So this is the only number that you should pay attention to. So right here in my session, you can see all these solves here. And my mean is 9.7 or 9.8, I should say. So this is what I average, 9.79 seconds. Yours should probably look like 1 minute something if you're watching this video. So this is how you will know how fast you are on average. Okay, so all the CS timer stuff was pretty advanced, so if you didn't get it, don't worry. This is just an extra thing to help you improve. If you don't end up understanding what I just said, then don't worry. It's not really that important right now. It's just something extra for you to know. Okay, so my next tip number 5, is to learn cross. So I'll do an example here. So cross is pretty similar to daisy, but instead of moving all the edges to the yellow face, you just put them on the white face directly. So for now, you can hold the white face like this, but eventually, once you get comfortable with this, you should hold it on the bottom. So here, we can just bring an edge that's like this, with its non-white color facing a non-white center, to the top, and move it over its center so it's matched like this. And then we can find another edge, which is a blue one, and we can move it to its center. Now here, if we just bring it up, it'll be flipped like this. So instead, we'll move it to the side, and we'll bring this color, which matches this blue center because they're both blue, to touch the blue center, and we'll bring the edge to the white face like that. And then with this orange edge, we can do something similar. Here, we can just put it in the bottom, because if we do this, it'll be flipped. We can just put it in the bottom, move it over the orange center, and put it to the top like that. This is the same situation that we just had before, and additionally, maybe a shorter solution is to just move this spot, which is empty, it does not have a white edge in it, over this edge, and insert this edge to the top, and put all of this back so all the edges are matching. So once you solve the cross, it's time to go into the corners. But you might have learned to just do righty algorithms to insert the corners into the correct spots. And that might be good for maybe 2 minutes, 2-minute solver. But instead, you should just learn simple inserts to help to get the corners into their spots much more efficiently. So right here, we can just do a righty algorithm to get it out from the bottom, put it over the spot that it goes in, and do another righty algorithm. So eventually we're going to encounter a case where just spamming righty algorithms isn't going to work, and that case is something like this. So as you just saw, it took me a lot of righty algorithms to insert this edge or corner, but there's actually a few very simple moves to insert this corner. So facing the corner like this, where the white color is facing you, you can just hide the corner, hide the white color like this, bring this side up, and match this white color with this white color to make a line, put all this back, and this corner will be solved in its place like that. So another example is this corner. We just move it over here. You can see that it will take many variety algorithms to move it in here. So we'll just rotate to the side so it's on the left, break the cross, match this white color to here, and put this whole thing back. Now here, there isn't really a way around this in the beginner ways, so just do a couple variety algorithms, insert it into its spot if you have this case. There really isn't much you can do with edges as a beginner. The way that you use is probably good enough already until you get faster and learn a more advanced method for edges. So when we get to the last layer, we want to make the yellow cross on top, and the algorithm for that is F front move, and then righty, and then F. But if you have a case that looks like this, where there's a dot and no edges are facing up, then do this algorithm. So it's very similar to the one that you should normally use, but you just turn 2 layers at the same time in the front and do the righty algorithm and put this back, instead of just turning the front layer like this. And then here we get the line case, where we can do the normal algorithm and get the yellow cross on top. So my last tip is to learn the color scheme of the cube. And this is pretty easy. Blue is a cross from green, red is a cross from orange, orange and blue are adjacent to each other on the yellow layer, with orange being here and blue being here. Green and red are adjacent to themselves while facing yellow on top, with red here and green here. And the order of the colors going clockwise while you're facing yellow is orange, green, red, and blue. And of course, yellow and white are opposites of each other. Now, when you face white, the order going clockwise is different. It's orange, blue, red, and green, which is exactly opposite of what it is while you're facing the yellow layer. And this tip is useful for finding matched edges right here. So here we can see we have the opposites case. In this case, it would just do our edge algorithm, which goes like this, to find 2 edges that are matching, which are here. And what's useful about this is you can know by looking at this that these 2 are already adjacent to each other because of the color order. So you can just put them in the back and do the edge algorithm again directly to solve all the edges. So here's another example. From this angle, if you just do a couple U moves, you can see that these 2 edges, they're solved according to each other. So we can just put them in the back like this and do the algorithm again to solve all the edges. Well, that's it for today. I hope you didn't find this too advanced. If you do end up having any questions, just leave them in the comments and I will address each of them. If not, then I'll see you next time.